Hey everyone, Artosis here, bringing you some more CasterMuse Narak StarLeague. We are starting Group D in the round of 32. And this group, this should be interesting. A lot of Zergs in this group, once again, just like we had in Group G. We have the lone Terran hero. This time, everyone's favorite Terran, it's Scan. Of course, Scan, if you don't know who Scan is, you've been living under a rock. We do a lot of casts of him here, a good friend of mine. Just a fantastic Terran pro gamer. Unfortunately, unable to make it into ASL this past season, but at least we get him in this tournament. And his opponent for this game, number 1 in Group D, XiaoShuai. XiaoShuai is one of the best Chinese Zergs. We already saw Fengzi do fantastically in his group, and XiaoShuai is of a similar level. I don't personally like his play as much. He's a more aggressive Zerg. I think he specializes a little bit more against Protoss. But yeah, XiaoShuai actually ended up getting 4th in BSL 15, which is really, really nice. A great result for him. Did fantastically in the Chinese Championship as well. So we'll see what he's able to do here. I do think that this is going to be harder for him than what we saw Fengzi do in his group. As Scan, I would definitely put a step above Ample, you're right, which is the pro Terran that Fengzi was able to take out. The other 2 players in the group are Hyun, which of course everyone knows and loves Hyun, a great Zerg player from StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1, and then Yabsab. Yabsab, kind of a contemporary, I guess I would say, for Scan. He is someone that has been playing kind of the same circuits. He's been at a very similar level. I would put Scan as a little bit better, but Yabsab is a deadly Zerg. Very, very strong, one of the stronger up-and-coming Zergs right now. So we're on Butter. And as you can see, hatchery first into the pool, and nice quick gas there as well. That's a very quick, very aggressive gas. Scan will end up seeing that, bringing his SCV down at this time. And of course, we have the barracks coming here as well for Scan. So just looks like probably a pretty standard barracks expansion. And in fact, he's going to do it off 1 depot. But with the drone coming, that's a little bit annoying. The drone is going to see what's going on. And of course, Scan has to start the depot right away. And notice how we have like 3 SCVs. Okay, he sends 1 back. And in fact, like the depot that he was trying to skip, he has more than enough money for it before he starts the command center. So like kind of annoying, right? Like the drone did screw up the build order a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. He's still getting the command center nice and quickly and everything. But anyways, back at XiaoShuai's base, Scan just kind of walking around. Looks like he stole some minerals over here as well. That's a 255 layer. And yeah, that's, I mean, pretty standard stuff. Looks like 2 hatchery Mutalisk most likely. And I'm excited to see how Scan wants to play this. Okay, he's actually getting his gas incredibly fastly off of 1 Marine. This is very, very fast. I think we're going to see him Valkyrie Rush. This is something that Scan has been talking about for Terran vs. Zerg. He actually showed me this build order on one of my streams. If you do want to check out my stream, I stream 5 days a week. Check it over on twitch.tv/Artosis. Sorry if you heard that little dog bark. Rusty is sitting with me here today as I cast. So anyways, Scan continues to scout over here. But like I was mentioning, yeah, there's the factory. There is a Valkyrie Rush that is basically a Scan special. I haven't really seen anyone else do it. But you get the Valkyrie very, very fast off of a barracks expansion. And, sorry about the bark. I'm not actually sure if that's picking up the microphone. I don't know what he's barking at right now. But yeah, he sees the Spire, which is very, very great intel, of course. And we actually, one thing to mention is we do not have an academy. So the fact that an academy hasn't been started, this could be a Valkyrie Rush, but it doesn't necessarily need to be. This could actually end up being... I'm not sure what this is going to end up being, because he skipped the academy. So normally it would be, if it was the Valkyrie Rush, it would be... Well, it looks like it still will be a Valkyrie Rush, but normally you will already have the academy here. And that's going to allow you scans to see what's going on. He doesn't need that this time, but it would also get you your stim upgrade and then your range upgrade. With good time. So he starts it now. He starts it now. I think that this probably, the timing of the academy has more to do with the fact that his SCV stayed alive for a long time. right? Like, he doesn't need to check if it's Lurker or not, because he knows it's not Lurker. He knows it's a Spire. which is kind of funny, right? Because if once the SCV died, he had canceled the Spire and gone Den. Of course, there's no way to know this as XiaoShuai, but if he had done that, this build would be completely countered. You would have a Valkyrie and like 8 Marines, and Lurkers would get there. It would be kind of funny. Anyways, more barracks are going to be added here. The engineering bay is going to be finishing up just in the nick of time to get some turrets going. And, of course, the armory and starport are lining up nicely here as well. 32 SCVs have been completed, so that's what he's going to sit on for a little bit here. A lot of mutas being made by XiaoShuai. Now, the very first, like, Mutalisk defense, until you have that first Valkyrie out, this is kind of like the key time in this build. Okay, so there's the Valkyrie. Once this is out, Scan is like quite safe and can deter the mutas very well. Until then, he needs to depend on what he has. And like I mentioned, this is not like a popular build or something. This is basically a Scan special. Let's see if he's got enough to make this work out. Okay, the first swipes does deny this turret a little bit. It's got to be careful. You don't want to lose this little group of Marines. Ooh, he's going to pick off the medic. That's a really good pick by XiaoShuai. Really good picks. Yeah, he's reduced the Marines quite a bit, and he sees the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie does get 1 free volley. Oh! It almost got a second, but you do have to be careful. The mutas can turn and kill a Valkyrie. They'll take some damage, but absolutely worth it if you can get it. So now this is just going to be Scan. Notice how he's parking it over the missile turret, so any dive on it will be super punished. But he's going to try to get up with this build into 3 Valks. And notice he's floating this. This is because Scan likes to do a mech follow-up with this build. I'm kind of excited to see if he actually ends up pulling that off. All right, so 2 Valkyries are out. 3rd Valkyrie on the way. Still pumping out Marines. The range upgrade is coming. And if he times this correctly, he should be hitting like right before Lurker. 3 Valkyries and then just as many Marines and medics as you can get with that range upgrade. More Marines coming. And then we'll see this add-on go up, most likely. Okay, these have taken a lot of damage now. Look at that. Getting very, very low on health. About 1/3 of the health of most of those gone. And now with the 3 Valks, he can go across the map. Few Hydras getting ready. Lurker upgrade only about halfway done right now. And the mutas can't do much to slow this. Some Scourge are coming, so that kind of adds a little bit of threat as well. The Valkyries go back. Now, if he catches those with the Scourge, it doesn't look like he's going to right now. Oh, here come the Scourge. And he actually ends up getting... Oh, my God, a 3 health Valkyrie. That's insanity. If he had gotten 1 more shot out on that, that would have been absolutely huge. But he does deal a lot of damage to those mutas. The Marines coming down. The Sunkens are not ready. Is there enough here? The muta's coming to try to help as well. Oh my God. I think he's just going to hold. The muta's doing a little bit here. 5 Marines remain. Oh, the Valkyrie comes back not even fully repaired, but definitely does help out quite a bit. And now with a bunch of Lings coming out and the Lurkers about to hatch, this should end up getting held. Oh, wait a second, though. More Marines came down. Okay, he does get the burrow off. He does get the burrow off. Nothing at the 3rd base location. Scan may be able to rotate over there and get some more damage. Excuse me. All right, the Lurker's pushing him back a little bit. And let's take a look back at home. Okay, so we do have the mines upgrade. Some vultures being made. There is a drop ship. And here it goes. There's only 5 units in it. Very unit light right now, but it's a messy game. Still can get some damage done with that, considering every unit from XiaoShuai is being sent to deal with Scan's small push here. Only 3 Marines remain with those 4 medics, so he is going to have to back up. And look at this. The drop coming in as... Oh, my God. Look at this. So many Overlords going to get picked off from these Valkyries. Oh, my God. Are these Corsairs or Valkyries? He just supply blocked him at 41 of 19. Now a bunch of drones going down as well in the main base. Let's take a look. Couple sunks over here, so this is safe. The natural still with a good amount of drones. And the 2 Valkyries just kind of standing there waiting to see what comes. But it looks like they finally do get picked off. These Marines will fall as well, but I think that overall this attack was fantastic from Scan. Didn't end up killing any bases, but he might... Yeah, he's going to get the Spire, I think. Yeah, the Lurker's a little bit too slow to transfer over there. So now he's killed the Spire. He killed 1 million Overlords, got some drones. Looking very good for Scan. Now some defensive spider mines going to be going up. The counterattack's going to be very hard to deal with if he doesn't have things like the spider mines there. Science facility coming up. Getting that speed upgrade for the Vultures. Just producing a lot of Vultures right now. Still making some Marines. Because he still wants to have this kind of mobile force running around the map doing some things. But it is a mech switch coming up right now for Scan. Now, a bunch of Lurkers trying to catch where he thinks the army is going to go. Vultures look like they're actually just scouting for another base. This is a common fourth. Of course, this being the other one. The Vultures, of course, find nothing there. They may try to slip in here and get a few kills or something like that. Especially with the speed upgrade, you can kind of micro them well and pick off a few drones. Scan third base on location. Some Marines still being rallied out. Eventually, he will lift off these barracks and just kind of send them around for scouting intel. He isn't going to need those for the long term. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be about it as far as his Marine production goes. He's going to want to double down on his factory production. Right now, mostly just Vultures, right? And that's actually like old school how you would do these mech transitions. You wouldn't start off with tanks. You would start with Vultures, get mines down everywhere. They're cheap, they're fast, you're going to kind of slow down any counterattacks and things like that, and then you can just go like 3 add-on tank and really build up that tank count at that point. We'll see if that's what Scan is going to end up going for here as well, as he only has 1 add-on at the moment. All right, the barracks going out for scouting. Look at this intel for Scan. I have to show this. Look, he's got an SCV here, kind of ready for a 4th. Really good zoning Marine medic here, right? They're kind of watching this ramp and watching any flow up this way. The middle has some mines. The side has mines. And here's his rally up here. And now he's floating his buildings everywhere, right? Like he's watching for drops or mutas with this engineering bay. The barracks are going to fly out probably towards expansions or certain ramps to watch that. Ooh, hold position. Setting an ultimate trap here is XiaoShuai. But really fantastic map vision here. 4th base gets started. Tons of Vultures coming out of the map. Let's take a look at what XiaoShuai's plans are here. Okay, so right now, he's getting Queen energy. Oh, yeah. I love it, guys. If this game goes long, we're going to have a lot of Queens. Oh, look at that. He tries to lay mines, and then, of course, the Lurkers have to shoot. Otherwise, the mines will all hit him. I love it. And one of the mines, as they pop up, actually goes down and gets him. He picks off the hurt Lurker. Beautifully done there from Scan. But yeah, so let's go back and look at this. Okay, so he's getting range attack. So it's going to be like a Hydra Lurker Queen, it looks like. Hive is coming up. And of course, when you're getting this energy upgrade, you're waiting to make Queens. You want this to finish and then get your Queens, because then they're going to pop out with 13 more energy, which is a big deal. That is a lot more energy. You're going to be able to cast that Broodling a lot quicker. And there you go. The Queen's starting to get started now. Hydralisk range on the way as well. Look at this. He's going to 5 add-ons. Holy crap. Dude, that's crazy. All right. Well, I mean, he can afford it with 4 gases. Absolutely. But that's going to be a hell of a lot of siege chinks coming out very, very quickly indeed. Now, the Vultures running by, they are trying to pick off a few units here and there. Was that a drop, actually? I may have missed that. He does see the Queen popping out. That's actually incredibly important. If you see the Queens, you now know exactly what they're planning. So, one thing to mention is after the Queens pop out, if they have 50 energy when they pop out, it takes 2 minutes until they have enough for a Broodling. For spawn Broodling, right? And for people misunderstanding here, like, this is what the Queens are for. It's not for the Ensnare. It's not for, you know, Parasite. I mean, you might see him cast some of those here and there, but it's really about popping tanks with them and gaining value long term. All right, more Vultures coming in. He does not care about these Sunkens. Laying mines absolutely everywhere. These mines will actually start hitting the eggs, so he's going to lose some Vultures because of that. And the drones are just getting absolutely decimated. Scan is truly dominating this game. You can see the power of his Terran vs. Zerg. Again, look at the mini-map in the bottom left. Look at all this vision. He's got vision of everything. Like, this is... He is trouncing XiaoShuai right now. It's 150 supply to 56. This game should be over any second. Like, I mean, XiaoShuai has queens, so I know he's thinking about trying to gain a lot of value with those long term. They actually are really, really strong against mech. But it's going to be too little too late, unfortunately, for him. The first 5 tanks have come down. It's going to start pushing through here. There's no Dark Swarm or anything yet. We don't see any defilers out whatsoever, so the tanks are not going to be stopped. And, well, goodbye, XiaoShuai. kind of anticlimactic, I guess. I was really excited when we saw those queen upgrades, but yeah, I guess it wasn't meant to be. No broodlings here today. And XiaoShuai should be GGing. That's it. Scan goes the winner's match.